The Thwaites Glacier, known as the Doomsday Glacier, lurks in the icy expanse of Antarctica. This monstrous mass of ice, larger than the size of Florida, is slowly but surely melting into the sea. And if it were to collapse, well, the aftermath would be an environmental horror show that would give even the hardiest of souls the shivers. Let's get ready to explore what would happen if the Thwaites Glacier were to collapse. The Thwaites Glacier, an enormous and chilling entity in the far reaches of the Antarctic, carries with it a dread far beyond its icy facade. This mammoth glacier is not just any lump of frost and snow, but an integral part of our planet's health, holding an environmental sword of Damocles over our heads. Bearing the ominous nickname the Doomsday Glacier, Thwaites is a glacial giant roughly the size of Florida. It acts as a colossal cork in a bottle, holding back a vast quantity of ice from the West Antarctic ice sheet. If Thwaites were to release its icy treasure into the ocean, we'd be looking at a global sea level rise of over 2 feet. But let me paint a picture of what this means. It's not merely about getting your feet a bit wet. Oh no! Such a rise in sea levels would mean cataclysmic changes around our beloved Earth. Coastal cities would face frequent and severe flooding, and many low-lying areas could be submerged entirely. Our beloved beaches turned into sunken crypts, our bustling seaports consumed by the very sea they court. Now envisage this for a moment. Metropolises like Miami, New York and Shanghai, those glimmering beacons of human achievement, stand upon the precipice of this aquatic abyss. Their towering skyscrapers and bustling streets could find themselves grappling with the rising wrath of the sea. In the case of Miami, a city only 6 feet above sea level, the fallout from Thwaites' collapse could be akin to a seaborne siege. Large portions of the city, particularly those at sea level, might be reclaimed by the ocean, sending thousands of souls scurrying for higher ground. Meanwhile, in the Big Apple, New York, the city that never sleeps might find itself drowned under an insomniac tide. Iconic areas like Wall Street, the Lower East Side and Brooklyn's Coney Island could be swamped by seawater, creating a cityscape more fitting for Poseidon than for pedestrians. Across the globe in Shanghai, one of the world's busiest ports could be reduced to an aquatic ghost town. Its low-lying Pudong district, home to some of China's most impressive skyscrapers, might become eerie underwater spires in this grim scenario. A seemingly straightforward story of ice melting into water masks a far more complex and chilling tale. You see, this sudden colossal influx of fresh water into the salty embrace of our oceans wouldn't just raise the sea levels. It could cause a tumultuous tango of temperature and currents that might ultimately reshape the world's climate patterns. Now, doesn't that give you the chills? The ocean currents, my dear chill seekers, aren't just aimless wanderers of the deep. They are, in fact, an intricate and vital component of the Earth's climate system, acting as the planet's heart, circulating warm and cold waters and regulating the global climate. Imagine if this circulatory system were to be disrupted by the Thwaites' icy blood. The natural saltwater balance would be thrown into disarray by the incoming fresh water, potentially slowing down or even halting these oceanic conveyors. This would not just affect our seas, but reach out a chilling hand into the atmosphere, altering wind patterns and, in turn, the world's climate. The result? A cocktail of climatic chaos. We might see a surge in extreme weather events, a bone-chilling orchestra of Mother Nature's fury. Heat waves might scorch the earth with unprecedented intensity, turning verdant lands into parched wilderness. Tropical storms, turbocharged by warmer oceans, could become more frequent and powerful, tearing apart coastal communities. Unpredictable rainfall patterns could lead to brutal cycles of floods and droughts, bringing societies to their knees. Meanwhile, the polar regions, ironically, could get colder. As the warm ocean currents slow down, less heat would reach these icy realms, potentially plunging them into an even deeper freeze. In essence, the collapse of Thwaites Glacier could unleash a Pandora's box of climate horrors, transforming our familiar world into an unpredictable, hostile environment. The spectre of this icy behemoth looms over us, a chilling reminder of the intricate balance that keeps our planet habitable and the terrifying consequences of disturbing it. Remember, my dear ghouls, even the monsters we don't see can be the most terrifying of all. Although the prospects might appear as bleak as a midnight blizzard, don't let your spirits freeze just yet. Our climate may be on thin ice, but we aren't mere spectators in this frosty theatre of potential catastrophe. We, the human race, aren't just hapless prey caught in the icy jaws of Mother Nature's fury. We're also caretakers, protectors, and, dare I say, potential saviors of this planet we call home. Let's peel back the frosty layers of this chilling predicament and see what actions we can take. Slowing down climate change is our key to averting this frostbitten future. Reducing our greenhouse gas emissions, the nefarious villains of our warming planet, is of utmost importance. This means transitioning to renewable energy sources, adopting energy-efficient practices, and promoting sustainable land use. It's a tall order, no doubt, but remember, my ghouls, the mightiest storms are weathered one gust at a time. Furthermore, we can promote and support scientific research into climate change and glacial behavior. Understanding our enemy is the first step towards vanquishing it. Who knows, the cryptic mysteries of the Thwaites Glacier might hold the key to its salvation. And let's not forget about the power of our voices. Advocating for strong climate policies, voting for leaders who prioritize the environment, and raising awareness about the looming glacial threat can turn the tide in our favor. In the face of the silent, creeping terror of climate change, our voices can ring loud and clear. And there you have it, my dear ghouls, a glimpse into the terrifying world of the Thwaites Glacier collapse. Remember, not everything is as it seems, and sometimes the world can be a real scream.